till data handling. Data means different types of data we have seen, and operators, all the things we have seen, and we have practiced with simple programs also. So today's topic is flow of control. Flow of control in Python. So flow of control means what? How the controls flow in Python program. Simply, you can define it. A program's flow of control is the order in which the program's code executes. A program's control flow is the order in which the program's code execute. For example, suppose you are having, we have written a program, and in that program you have written these many lines of code. So in what order they are going to execute, that is the control flow of the program. Okay, means it can be sequential execution can be there. Second is that selection can be there. I will be dealing with all of them one by one. And then third can be looping, or it is also called iteration. So in three different way programs codes executes, and the way it executes, that is called the control flow of the program. Okay, usually the control flow of a Python program is regulated by this conditional statement. It can be looping statement, or it can be function call, or sometimes it may be through raising and handling exception. So these different things are there in a Python program which controls the flow, which controls the flow of the execution of the code. Okay, so here in this chapter we are going to discuss this conditional statement and looping statements. Okay, but before that, let me discuss these things. First we should know about simple statement. So what do you mean by simple statement? So simple statement is just a single statement. Okay, it is a simple one statement. For example, suppose I am writing x equal to 10. So it is one executable statement in Python. Okay, so it can be considered as a simple statement. You can write like this also. For example, suppose you are writing y equal to x plus 10. So this is also an example of simple statement, because here simple calculation is being done. Second type of a statement we can have compound statement. Compound statement. So what do you mean by compound statement? So compound statement means a group of a statement. A group of statements. Compound statements means a group of a statement. Okay, and that is what we are going to discuss now. So group of statements can be in the form of block. It is also called block of statements. Okay, and in Python, block of statement is separated by indentation. Okay, so example of this compound statement can be if statement. That is a conditional statement. If statement is a conditional statement in Python. Then it can be this looping statement, looping statement. So looping statement, two types of loops are supported by Python. One is for loop and another one is while loop. Okay, so these two types of loops we will be studying, okay, in this chapter. And so these are the example of compound statement. Okay, why it is called compound statement? Because it will not be a single statement, it will be a group of statements. That's why it will have a header and it will have a body. So header and body, so that makes together is called compound statement. Okay, third type of statements will be an empty statement. Empty statement. So empty statement means what? Means logically we do not want to do anything. We may come across a situation where logically we do not want to do anything, but syntactically it is required, a presence of a statement is required. So in that case we have to manage with empty statements. So what is empty statement in Python? It is pass. So sometimes we need to use this pass. So pass means what? When you are writing pass statement in Python, so Python is not going to do anything. Simply it will be treated as an empty statement. Okay. So these three types of statements can be there in a Python program. One is simple statements, then it can be a compound statements, and another one is empty statement, that is denoted by pass statement. So pass statement means one statement is present but Python is not going to do anything. Okay, so now let us start with our this simple conditional statement. First let us start with conditional statement. Conditional statement. So conditional statement in Python is represented or implemented in the form of if statement. If statement. Let us see, for example, suppose you are writing code like this, you are coming this way like this, and at this point suppose two possibilities are there, two options are there. One is this one and another one is this one. Okay, so at this point you need to decide whether you want to take this path or you want to take this path. You are coming this way, at this point you have to make decision whether you want to take this route or whether you want to take this route. So at that point you have to decide. So these conditional statements help us to make decision. Okay, to take decision. Okay, so depending upon the condition we take the decision and program takes the decision and control executes. Okay, so first let us see what if statement is. Simple if statement. So you can write like this. You can write like this, simple statement, simple if statement. If, and here you have to write condition. There can be one condition or it may have more than one conditions. Okay, then here you have to give this colon. So this colon indicates that this is a header, because I told you this if statement is a compound statement. So compound statements will have a header and a body. So body of the statement, compound statements, is indented. Okay, so here you have to write a statements. What you want to do? There can be one statement or there can be a group of statements. So all these statements are body of, all these statements together makes the body of this compound statement. Okay, if condition then statement. So what will happen? This block of a statement will execute only if this condition is true. If this condition is false, then what will happen? This statement, this block of a statement will not execute. So this is one simple if statement. Okay, if this is true, then do this one, otherwise do nothing. That is what it is talking about, dealing with. Okay, then we can have another type of things like this. We can have if condition here, condition or conditions, then a statement 1 else a statement 2. So here you see it, this is second scenario. If this condition is true, then what will happen? This statement will execute. If this condition is false, then this statement will execute. Okay, means here you are having two options. Here you are having two options. Option 1 will be selected if this condition is true. Otherwise, option 2 will be selected. Means it deals with the situation of if this is true, then do this one. Otherwise, do that one. So otherwise situation. Okay. So if you have to deal with this type of things, then you can use if and else. So if condition is there, then statement has to be done. What has to be done if the condition is true? If the condition is false, then what has to be done? That will be kept inside the else block. So it is having two block. One is if block and another one is else block, right? So you see, if you are talking about any condition, for example, suppose any condition we are talking about. So this condition can be either, it can be evaluated either true or false. But in no situation this condition will be evaluated true as well as false. Okay. In no situation it will be evaluated true as well as false. Okay. So we have to see this. Okay, means what? If this is true, then this will be executed, otherwise that will be executed. Okay, now let us see these things in program. Okay, let us see these things in program. Are you all there? Okay, so
Yes, sir.
okay, so let us see it. We will check it one by one. So suppose first we are dealing with simple if statement. Simple if statement. Simple if statement. Okay. So what? Suppose you are writing. Suppose you want to write a program like this. Suppose we are having a value a equal to suppose 10, and now I am writing if a is greater than 5, print something like this I am writing. Okay, so here what we have done, here we have taken one variable a and its value is 10, and now we are giving one condition. What is the condition here? This is the condition, a is greater than 5, so it will be evaluated either true or false. But in this situation, in this condition, it is going to evaluate as true because a is 10 and we have given condition whether a is greater than 5 or not. So yes, it is greater than 5. So what will happen? This condition will evaluate to true. So if this condition is evaluating to true, then only this statement will execute, because this statement is the part of this compound statement if block. Okay, here we are having, this is a compound statement and its header is this line and its body is this line, which contains only one line. Okay, so this its body can be more than one line also. Okay, but at least one line is required. Okay, so if you are executing it, you will see it is giving us yes. Now suppose here I am giving 5, its value is 5. Now again let us execute it. Nothing is displayed on the screen because this condition is now false. This condition is false, that's why this statement is not executed and we are not getting anything on the screen. Is it okay? Okay, so this is how simple if statement works. Okay. Now let us check this if else statement. If else statement. So if else statement, if else. Suppose you are having a variable value 5, and if you are writing this a is greater than 5, then do this one, and then I am writing here else print no. What it means? It means that we are having a value a, its value is 5, and now we are applying one condition on a. If a is greater than 5, then do this one, otherwise do this one. If this is false, then do this one. If this is true, then do this one. So it is dealing with otherwise situation. Okay. So if you are executing it, see, because this condition is false, so it has which statement has been executed? Statement 2 has been executed. Okay. If it is true, suppose I am writing here 15, and now if you are executing it, then this time this statement has executed, because now this condition is true. So out of these two statement, only one statement will be executed at a time, because this condition is going to evaluate either true or false. But at the same time, it cannot be true or cannot be true and false. It cannot be like that. Okay. So out of these two portion, two part of these two different block of statement, only one block will be executed, and we will get the things. So instead of writing only one statement, we can have more than one statement also. Print like this, I am writing a is equal to, and then I am writing this, its value, and here now I am writing print b equal to, b is not there, sorry, a equal to, here I am writing a. So what will happen in this situation? Now we are having two statements here and two statements here. So which block is going to execute? Because a is greater than 5, its value is 15, so a is greater than 5, so this block will be executed. Okay. So if you are running it, then these two, both these statements have been executed, and we are getting the result like this. Okay. So this is how if else statement works. Okay. We can take another example. For example, suppose you want to write a program to check for odd and even number. You are doing that. So suppose you are having a value a, and its initial value is suppose 7. So you can write like this, even odd, you know, if a modulus 2 equal to 0, then what you have to do? Print even, else here you have to give colon, print odd. Okay. So this is very simple program using if else statement. So what we have done, we have taken a variable, and its value is 7, and now we are checking whether it is odd or even using if else statement. So if you are executing it, then you will be getting odd, because 7 is odd number. Now let us change it. Suppose now it is 20, and this time if you are executing, then it will be showing you it is an even number. Okay. So this is how we can use if, or simple if, or if else statement. Okay. The main thing is that you need to know how to use it. Okay. Here in the conditional expression, we can write all the relational expressions. Okay. And we can use logical operators also. For example, suppose you are writing here, you are having a equal to, suppose a and b, and their values are, suppose you are writing 12 and 15. This is called multiple assignments. Multiple variables are there in the left side and multiple values are there in the right side. So what will happen? These value will be assigned to corresponding variables. So 12 will be the value of A and 25 will be the value of B. So we are having two variables A and B and their values are 12 and 25. Okay. So now let me write here these things. If A is greater than B, if A is greater than B, print A is greater, or simply we can write here A comma is greater than comma B. Okay, else we can write else print A comma is not greater than comma B. So what will happen? This time we are having two variables A and B and their values are 12 and 25. Now I am checking whether A is greater than B or not. So if you are executing it, then you will be getting this one, 12 is not greater than 25. That's true. Okay, so this is how it works. Okay, now suppose here we want to do something more. I am writing A is not greater than B, and suppose I am writing B is greater than 20. So here you see what we have written. This is one condition and this is another condition, and we have combined them, these two conditions, using AND operation, AND logical operator. So using these logical operators we can combine different relational expressions or different expressions, okay, to make them compound statements. Okay, so here we are having two different conditions and we are combining them. Okay, so now here we have given A is greater than B and B is greater than 20. So this will result to true if both of them are true. That you have learned earlier, logical operators you have learned. So in what sense this AND evaluate? So AND will evaluate to this complete expression will evaluate to true only if both of them are true. Otherwise what will happen? In all other situation it will result into false. Okay, so now suppose here I am writing A is greater than B and A is greater than B and B is greater than this 20. B is greater than 20. Okay, so now let us run it, and A is not greater than B. Now let us run it. So when you are running it, what will happen? Because A is not greater than, so let me change here. Now let me change here let me write 30. Okay, and now let us execute. So what will happen now? See, A is 30 and B is 25. So A is greater than B. Yes, this is also true. And B is greater than 25. B is greater than 20. B is greater than 20. Yes, because B is 25. So both of them are true. Both of them are true. So what will happen? This condition is true. This entire condition is true. So that's why this true part will be executed, and that's why here we are getting these things. Okay. So this is how if-else statements executes. Okay, I will be giving you several exercise for doing Okay, just here you have to understand these things. Suppose now you want to write whether a number is positive or negative number. You want to check. Write a program to check whether a number is positive, negative or 0. Like this you want to write. Okay, whether a number entered by the user is positive, negative or 0. So first of all, what you need to do, you need to take input from the user. So let us take input n equal to int and input, enter a number, enter a number. Okay, so we have got a value in n. Now we have to check whether it is an even positive number, negative number or 0. Okay, so that is what we need to check. But before that, let me explain another thing here. Third type of conditional statement is this one. If elif else statement. If elif and else statement. So three portion is there. So when you have suppose you are coming this way, you are coming this way, you are coming like this, and at this point you are having many options, not only two options, many options are there, and you have to select one of them. Okay, you are coming this way, and at this point you got so many different branches are there. So now you have to decide, you have to select which path you want to take, whether you want to take this one or this one or this one or this one or this one. Okay, so in that situation what you will do, it depends upon the condition, where you want to go, and accordingly we will select the path. Okay, so here also if you have come across a situation like that where multiple options are there, more than two options are there, in that case you can use if else statement. Okay, so how it works, how it is implemented, you can write it like this: if condition 1 colon, this is if condition 1, then this statement 1, suppose statement 1, then if elif you are writing condition 2, then a statement 2, elif condition 3, statement 3, like this. It can have n number of conditions, and lastly you are writing if no condition is there, then by the default statement, default condition, then here you can write default statement. So what it means that you will be start checking. First of all, you will be checking for condition 1 whether this condition 1 is true or not. So if condition 1 is true, then what will happen? Statement 1 will be executed. By the way, suppose condition 1 is not true, then what will happen? Control will come to second condition, next condition in the line, and now it will check this condition. If it is true, then what will happen? This statement will be executed. By the way, suppose condition 1 is not true as well as condition 2 is also not true, then it will come to condition 3. Okay, and it will be checked. If it is true, then this will be executed. Suppose this is also not true, and means suppose out of all these conditions no condition is true, then what will happen? This default statement will be executed. Okay, so I hope you got the ideas of if elif else statement. Many conditions are there, one by one each condition will be tested for true or false. So it will be started from the beginning. If first condition is true, then first statement block will be executed. If it is not true, then it will come to the second condition. If it is true, then the second statement block will be executed. If it is also not true, then control will come to the third condition. And suppose it is true, then what will happen? Statement block third will be executed. If no condition is true, then in that situation default statement will be executed. Okay, so now let us do our program here. So here our program is to check whether a number is positive number, negative number, or a zero. So we have got a number in n. Now let us write our program. So we can write if n is greater than 0. So this is the condition for positive. So you can write here print positive. If n is less than 0, that is the condition for negative number.
Negative.
Yes, negative number, because it is less than 0. If it is not greater than 0 and as well as it is not less than 0, then what else? If a number
Equal to 0.
equal to 0, so now we do not need to mention that condition, because if a number is not greater than 0 as well as it is not less than 0, then I am sure the number is 0. So that condition we do not need to mention here. So what we can do, that can be kept in the default portion. So here we can write else print 0. Okay, so here we are having only three different situations. The number can be bigger than 0, greater than 0, the number can be less than 0, or the number can be equal to 0. So that's why we are having three different things. But you may come across many different options, okay, and you have to deal with that. So that many elif case statements will be there in your program. Okay, so now let us execute it. So enter the number. Suppose this time we have entered 7 and execute it. So 7 is positive number. Let us run it again. And this time suppose I am writing -6. Execute it. So -6 is negative number. Again run. This time let us put 0. So it will tell you the number is 0. Okay. So this is how if elif else statement works. Okay. You can take other examples also. For example, suppose you are supposed to write a program to take a number between 1 to 7 and print corresponding day name, like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, like that. Okay, so in that case what you will do, you will take a number here. Let me copy from here, and you can do like this. Then here number you have taken. Then what you will do here, now here if this number is, suppose it is 1, then what you will display here, you will display Monday. Suppose Monday is the first day. If number equal to 2, then what you will display here, you will display here Tuesday, like this. And like this you will write for till Sunday you will write. And you can do like this. And then what you can do, here let me write if this n equal to 3, then print this is Wednesday. Let me write in short, because then elif n equal to 4, then print fourth day is suppose Thursday. Okay, so like this you have to write till Sunday, and else you can write suppose I have completed, else you can write suppose anybody entered a number which is not between 1 and 7, so in that situation you can display a message wrong input, like this you can display. So here we have taken up to 4, so let us run it. So suppose I am entering here 3, so third day Wednesday is there. Suppose I am entering here 6, so what, because we have dealt with only up to 4, that's why we are getting here wrong input. Okay, so like this you can create program. Okay, so I hope all of you